Hi, folks. I'm meteorologist Tom Kvika here in the Weather Central, and we're looking at a partly cloudy sky out there right now. Very warm today, highs well in the 80s, and we're still 84 degrees. Out at AEX, 64 degrees is our dew point, so we got some moisture. You probably noticed some humidity. Of course, the breeze is with us again for today. Let's go up into LaSalle Parish, where we have another Sinlaw broadcasting camera. Thanks to those folks for these cams. Gina, you're at 84 degrees, a little bit more sunshine over in that direction. You see just a few clouds. It's mostly sunny as opposed to partly cloudy over here in Alexandria and Pineville. So the bottom line in your forecast is, and this is one of the most important things that you're going to hear about, the morning commute could be dicey because of the potential for severe weather and heavy rainfall. Now, after Monday, we have a daily rain chance of showers and thunderstorms as the weather pattern is going to be unsettled for a while, maybe before it changes for the better next week. Radar indicating that we are seeing some strong storms off to the to the west of us. Let's get a little bit closer look at that, and I'll put this into motion over the previous hour. You can see there's a good bit of lightning with these storms. These have prompted warnings. Let's see if there's anything on them. Yeah, there's a tornado watch up there. We are also still seeing some severe weather warnings with that. A couple of these are tornado warnings, in fact. So let's see. What do we have? There's a new one right there. That is a tornado watch, and the tornado warning is off toward the southwest, where we continue to see that around Leon, Texas. And so that potential, I think, is going to stay just a little bit to the northwest of us. But what we're seeing is, and let me open this up again, that, and this is kind of important, that we're seeing more individual convection firing up here, and we're also seeing it develop off to the southwest, on the southwest side of this little main convective system. And so what I think is going to happen there is that eventually it will kind of fill in this area for tonight and reorganize a convective system, and then that will move through central Louisiana later tonight and into Monday morning, bringing us a risk of some severe weather and heavy rainfall. Here it is taking shape on the national scale right here across the area. You see there's, it kind of fell apart for a while. Now it's getting its act better organized once again, and that was forecasted. Computer models have done that right as far as this system is concerned. You see a little bit of a tail forming there just to the northwest of Houston. So again, that means that that's an area to watch for us in the coming hours and within the next 12 hours. Say, Futurecast, this is how one of our better models, high resolution models, kind of plays things out around the midnight hour or just after that. We'll start to see that line take shape and affect the Shreveport-Bossier metro area once we get into, say, around 7 a.m. Now, don't take these time frames literally. There's some wiggle room with this, but it kind of gives you an idea that for your morning commute here, at least across portions of central Louisiana, we may have some issues if this line is coming through. This has it in the Alexandria, Pineville metro area, affecting Leesville, Natchez on the back side of it, but there could be some high water on roads or something, depending on how much rain falls there. And then much of the rest of the area, well to the south and east, will be fine with that. So it's going to be kind of a relative thing, and it all depends on where the line is. Now, once we work in toward mid-morning, the worst part of the line goes down in toward Acadiana and the southeastern parishes in central Louisiana. Then eventually, certainly by Monday afternoon, it's all out of here. And once we go into Tuesday, looks like much less rain chances there, as we might get a little bit of a break. So through 7 a.m. Monday, this is the highest risk of severe weather. Again, out of respect for that line, here's a little bit of area of enhanced that really doesn't include central Louisiana, but it's close enough for us to kind of watch for things. Certainly we'll be watching radar. We're in that level 2 slight risk from the Storm Prediction Center. And then after 7 a.m. Monday, we go back to a level 1, a marginal risk for severe weather. So I'm going to kind of put this all into perspective here for you. First of all, we're looking at the timing. I think probably around 10 p.m. to midnight this Sunday evening is the time frame where we'll start to see things active and start to try to move across the Sabine River to Louisiana side. By noon Monday, it's out of here. So the scope, duration, and severity all look limited with this. That doesn't mean to downplay it, but the stuff we've been seeing, and as you've been keeping up with the past several days, the tornadoes all the way from Texas to the Midwest, That is more of a higher end situation. We're not looking at that here at this moment. Enhanced events are unlikely. That would mean that I don't really see potential for larger than golf ball hail, hurricane force winds, or any upper end or significant strong tornadoes. It is possible, though, and this is always something that Nick and I look for, that this situation could overachieve. So we're going to be monitoring that for clues and hints, and we'll be letting you know on Facebook or some of those other outlets, or come on live and tell you about it. Otherwise, all modes will be possible. Wind, hail, tornadoes, and some flooding is possible with this. So the bar graph indicates the overall potential. The flood and the wind, I think, will be the two most common threats that we would face, and hail and tornadoes would be the lesser thing. But as you know, the tornado kind of takes precedence in that it is such a concentrated area of violent winds. So even though the tornado threat is about 5%, and the rest of these wind is about 15 to near 30%, say 15 to 25%. So again, that kind of gives you a little perspective on the likelihood of this. Now let's look at the heavy rain threat with this situation there. From a 100% perspective, we see, I think everybody through this moment when I'm talking to you through noon Monday will get rain. You're going to get wet with this. Common amounts will be about a ½ inch to 2 inches. Peak amounts could reach 3 to 5 inches in some locations. Now the rainfall rate is very important, as it is the primary thing that brings the flash flood threat. And I'm looking for 2 to 3 inch possibility. Some of these storms could be this strong and this precipitation efficient to bring that in an hour or less. And that will create some issues, some flash flooding issues in areas that are susceptible. And you know those areas as well as I do. And there is a chance, as you saw with me with the HRRR model, that could coincide with your morning commute back to work and school sometime tomorrow across some portions of Central Louisiana. Probably not all of Central Louisiana, but I think a portion of it could be affected. So monitor your weather sources in the morning before you head out and kind of see how things are going with that. Severe potential, heavy rainfall potential through noon Monday. Everybody gets wet. There's your 100%. Tuesday, we kind of get a break. We'll see some clouds mixing with sun, 20% chance of rain. And then moving into Wednesday, we start to see an uptick in the rain chances once again there. And that continues Thursday, Friday, Saturday, a little bit less, but still Sunday. We'll see a front kind of lay around the area and kind of keep things active, at least from a scattered shower and thunderstorm standpoint, even through this coming weekend, folks. So again, that is one of those patterns that we have here once in a while, but of more immediate importance on the time frame and the potential for severe weather and heavy rainfall. I want to focus on a late Sunday evening into that Monday morning time frame. So be careful, and we'll continue to monitor things for you. And Nick will be on during the night, and I'll be here tomorrow as needed. So again, we've got you covered, folks. And we always hope and pray for the best, though, but we prepare for the worst.